Oak Ridge about ready to come out, David. And I'll tell you, these stands were full at 5:30 this afternoon. They were full. And Oak Ridge coming out onto the field very, very fired up, David.
And the Oak Ridge cheerleaders are out at the center of the field. As we mentioned, Central will be standing across the field. A little bit unusual for high school football. Usually the home team is closest to the stands, but I think they like to get away from the big crowd. It's just easier to think, but across the way there's some 2,000 or 3,000 fans themselves.
Oh, absolutely. They're everywhere. Much more people here than last week, and or last time we were here, and they're definitely lined up that we've had the pleasure to see in any year.
Oak Ridge leads the series, 15 wins, 7 defeats, and 3 ties. And the Wildcats' Brian Seals will be kicking things off for the Wildcats. In the previous game, Central jumped on top of Oak Ridge, scoring 12 unanswered points until the Wildcats finally got things going in the fourth quarter. And the Wildcats will be kicking off. Back to receive the kick for the Central Bobcats is their very fine return man in Anthony Davenport, and it'll be Seals to kick off from the 40. Consistently all season long, he's been putting the ball in the end zone, and I'm sure that's what he wants to do here. Powerful leg, and this big ball game talked about for weeks is about to get set. From Central High School Live here on 1290 WATO, Tennessee Cablevision Channel 7 and Channel 27.
You know, my mother-in-law back listening with my wife and baby. Everybody's back home on my home front, David. My sister's here, but I think your mom and dad are here. This is a great game coming up.
And here's the kick by Seals. High, not very long. Very, very short, in fact, will be fielded and handed off to the 15-yard line. The tackle is made at the 20, and it'll be Central's ball. First down, 10 yards to go. The line of scrimmage will be, I think, right at the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. So he didn't quite get it into the end zone, but they don't get the ball to the 20 anyway. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for the Bobcats. And here comes that very fine Central offense led by the 4-year starting quarterback, Todd Helton.
Looked like Roger Sylvie may have gotten down there and made a big play, David. A sophomore, Jason McDonald, also down there as well. Central comes up in the eye, David. Twins to the home side.
First down, 10 yards to go from the 19-yard line. Helton will hand it off to his tailback, who gets free for about 4 or 5 yards, and then is tackled at the 26-yard line. Davenport on the carry. Pretty good sizable gain here on first down. It'll be second down, about 3 yards to go.
Looked like he kind of picked his way through that time, David. Not a lot of room immediately, but he's so quick and moves so well. It's going to be tough for Oak Ridge to contain this explosive Bobcat offense, but that's why they're getting ready to play it.
Just underway here in the first quarter. The Central Bobcats to the line. They'll send 2 men wide to the left. Second down, a long 3 to go at their own 26-yard line. Helton from the eye. Second down, 3, and he'll hand it off to his fullback, who squirts for about a yard or so. He's short of the first down by about a yard or so. It'll be third down and a yard to go.
Fugate, David, in for the injured Drago Lewis, and I tell you what, he got some play the last time these two teams hooked up. Him and Burmer Matthew, both of them can carry the football, and even though Central lost some frontline people, those guys very capable and know what to do with it.
Fugate, a 5'10", 165-pounder, up to the line they'll come. 2 men wide to the left side. 10:35 to go first quarter. Third down, about a yard to go. Senior quarterback Todd Helton up to the line, which is the 28.5-yard line of the Central Bobcats, and he'll hand it off to his tailback, who'll pick up the first down as he squirts past the 30-yard line and is tackled at the 31. The signal, first down, 10 yards to go for the Central Bobcats. So the Bobcats electing to go with the run here on the first 3 plays, and they pick up a first down. The ball's at the Bobcat 31, 10:16 to go first quarter. We're just underway, scoreless game. The winner heads to Vanderbilt next Saturday to play for the state championship against the winner of the Gallatin Stratford ball game as Central comes to the line once again. First down, 10 yards to go. The pitch will go to Davenport. He tries to get outside and does, as he's knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and it'll be, let's see, a gain of about 7 yards on the play. It'll be for the Central Bobcats. Second down, 3. Friendly on the stop for the Wildcats.
Looked like that time either the guard or the tackle on the right side pulled, David, and took the Oak Ridge Ridge end out of the play. That's something Central has used before, and that's how they were able, I think, sometimes to get outside in the last ball game against Oak Ridge.
Justin Cox wide to the left, along with Ellis from the I once again. Second down, a long 3 once again. Handoff, no, it'll be a pitch to the tailback. He's hit and tackled nicely at the 34-yard line by who else? Sean Summers on the carry for the Bobcats. Davenport, nice open field tackle by Sean Summers.
Well, and if he didn't get him, he was going to go for a little bit, David, but Sean was able to trip him up. I've noticed in the last couple of ball games, the running backs have been a lot quicker than Oak Ridge had in round 1 and round 2 of the playoffs, and it just makes it a lot tougher for these linebackers to come up and take them one-on-one. That time Oak Ridge definitely won that battle. I think he may have lost a couple.
Lost 2 exactly on the play. It'll be third down, a little bit more than 5 yards to go. The ball at the Central 36-yard line. Once again, they'll send 2 men wide to the right. From the I formation, senior quarterback Todd Hilton will roll to the right. Will go across the middle of the pass. Caught at the 45-yard line, 50, down to the 43-yard line of the Oak Ridge Wildcats. The pass was caught by number 42, Cortland Stiles. First down, 10 yards to go. Excellent pass by Todd Hilton.
Well, it sure was. He waited for his man to come open. Looked like Cobb had an opportunity there. It happened so quick that it was hard to see, but he may have lost his footing a little bit, but that's a big, big play for Central.
Up to the line of scrimmage they'll come, breaking from the huddle, the Central Bobcats at the Wildcat 42. Once again, Stiles to the right side wide, along with number 32 for them, Ricky Kirkland. They'll come from the I. Hilton at the Oak Ridge 42. First down, 10 yards to go. Hilton under center will hand it to his tailback up the middle for good yardage. Across the 35-yard line, breaks to the outside and will go to the 24 before he's dragged down from the rear by the Wildcats. And it'll be another first down for the Central Bobcats. The line of scrimmage will be the 24-yard line of the Wildcats.
Getting some good holes, David, right at this point in the ball game as we see Hearn going out for the Wildcats, and in is Chris Turner.
Once again, up to the line will come the Bobcats. It'll be Stiles to the right side wide, single man wide to the left. That'll be Cox from the I. Once again, they'll come. Under center, Todd Hilton. First down, 10 yards to go. From the Oak Ridge 24, Hilton will drop back to pass, hand it off to his tailback. Once again, a big hole, but he's dragged down once again by Sean Summers, who, great presence of mind, looks up and saw the running back going past him. That'll be Kirkland, and he picks up about 3 yards in the play, but it looked like it might have gone a little bit farther than that. Nice play by Sean Summers.
Oh, yeah, he had to break off of a block and almost peel backwards, David, and kind of got him down with a little bit of a forearm action. That time, Sean's definitely ready for this ball game.
8:10 to go here in the first quarter. The Bobcats at the Wildcat 21-yard line. Second down, 7 yards to go. Oak Ridge basically with a 5-man front. Hilton will roll to the right, has some pressure. Here's the pass. It's caught at the 5, makes the move at that point, and the man is tackled. That'll be Stiles at the 3-yard line. Another nice pass by the Bobcat quarterback Todd Hilton under a lot of pressure. It'll be first down, goal to go for the Bobcats at the 3.5-yard line.
Good pass and good route that time, David. Central choosing to try to move the ball through the air a little more than perhaps one would have expected, but they're also moving the ball on the ground, so they're doing a real good job of mixing things up.
First down, goal to go. Once again, the Bobcats to the line from the I, 2 men wide to the right side. And the pitch will go to the tailback who tries to get outside and is going to lose yardage back at the 5-yard line. Dennis Friendly, along with a host of other Wildcats, along with, let's see, Black and Hughley and Summers. It'll be a loss of about 2 on the play. It'll be second down, goal to go at the 6-yard line. 7:16 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless game, Central driving. Up to the line will come the Bobcats. The play is signaled in from their fine head coach, Joel Hilton. Up to the line they'll come. 2 men wide to the right, single man wide left. Hilton from the 6-yard line, under center. Second down, goal to go from the 6. And Hilton will roll to the right, tries to get to the outside, tries to turn the corner, turns it upfield, and is blasted at the 3-yard line. It'll be third down, goal to go at the 3. Nice run and fake by Todd Hilton, and it'll be third down, goal to go. Black on the stop for Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge did a good job pursuing that time to the football, David. Now what you've got is Central has the ball on the right hash. With Hilton being a left-handed quarterback, you would expect them to roll back to this side and give him an opportunity. What he does good, David, is rolling to the left and throwing back toward the middle of the field. That's usually where he'll find somebody, maybe even a tight end or a running back.
Third down, goal to go at the 3-yard line. Once again, they'll send 2 men wide to the right. Hilton under center from the 3-yard line. Long count. Will hand it to his tailback. He'll squirt into the end zone. Touchdown, Central. So the Bobcats get on the board here first with 6:10 to go in the first quarter, taking the lead by a score of 6-0, and they'll be onto the field to attempt the extra point. After their first touchdown the last time, the kick failed, and they'll be going for the extra point here. Nice run and touchdown by the Bobcats, and they'll go for the extra point here. To kick the ball will be Greg Johnson. 6-0 our score. High snap. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. But time on the field our score. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Central on top of Oak Ridge 7-0. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. The 40, and here's the kick. High kick. Sean Summers will field it at the 4-yard line, to the 5, up the middle, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, 30, to the 35-yard line, breaks free, and he is going to go. He'll go all the way for the touchdown, 96 yards, Sean Summers, and just like that, Oak Ridge, one extra point from tying the ball game. Big play, Sean Summers, his 56th career touchdown, and the Wildcats are 1 point from tying the game.
You could see it, David, on the kickoff. The kickoff hung up, and Central really was a little slow getting down, and Sean got about 15 or 20 yards of speed before anybody got near him. He had to make 1 or 2 moves, and he was gone. He's got that burning speed, but again, don't forget about the Bobcats. They can come right back and do the same thing. This one, they may run out of lights on the scoreboard.
And it'll be the Wildcats' Chris Huber to attempt the extra point. He has hit 53 consecutive extra points this year. He's 53 of 53. It'll be Mike Underwood to hold. 5:55 to go. It took the Wildcats 15 seconds to get on the scoreboard, and an extra point away from tying. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. But time on the field, our score. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Oak Ridge ties the Central Bobcats at 7, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. And we're back here at Central High School. A 96-yard kickoff return by Sean Summers, the third longest in Oak Ridge history, the first being a 100-yard kick by Dave Griffith back in 1951. Quayu Graham, a 98-yarder versus Gallatin. Oak Ridge will be kicking off. It'll be Brian Seals to do the honors. 7-7 our score. Here's the kick. Very high kick once again will be fielded by the Bobcats at the 15. Up the middle to the 25. Big stick. Very reminiscent of the hit last week that put Quitman Spalding out of the ball game. Fugit upended and is tackled at the 26-yard line. Very, very similar to that play last week.
Sean Crowley doing the honors. That time, Pat Crowley knocked down the wedge, and Sean did a real good job of getting in there and making the big play. Central, David, I really don't expect them to come out with anything different. They realize that this is going to be a 4-quarter ball game. They had good success in the mix of their plays. I wouldn't be surprised to see Helton throw it early in this possession.
First down, 10 yards to go from the 26-yard line. Once again, they'll come from the I. Wide receivers left and right. Helton will hand it off to his tailback, who's hit and dropped at the 25-yard line by Jeff Bryant. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be for the Bobcats. Second down and 11 yards to go at the 25-yard line. Big penetration that time. 5:12 to go, 7-7 our score. The winner heads to the state championship game next Saturday. Both teams come in with 12-1 records. Very fine football teams, probably the 2 best teams in the state battling here tonight at Central. Second down, 12 yards to go from the 25-yard line. Once again, they'll send 2 men wide to the right from the I. Helton rolls right, will pass again. Now is in trouble. Rolls to the left, has plenty of time. Here's the pass. Nice play. A caught pass, I think, at the 40-yard line. So much mobility, he just kept biding time, found his receiver. First down, 10 yards to go for the Bobcats.
Well, what's so impressive, David, is right there, he threw that ball where the only guy that was going to catch it was his own man. I mean, and you see these guys in high school working back not 2 or 3 yards, but he worked back almost 10 yards to get that football, and that's coaching and athletic ability and a quarterback that ought to already be in college.
First down, 10 yards to go now at the Central 40-yard line, 4:32 to go. Up to the line will come the Bobcats. 2 men wide to the left from the I once again. Helton will roll left. He's in trouble. Tries to get away, and now will be sacked big at the 35-yard line. And in on the stop for the Wildcats, number 62, Chris Turner. And it'll be a loss in the play of about 5 or 6 yards. Big penetration that time by Oak Ridge.
It was a busted play, too. I think somebody went the wrong way. And Todd there for a second looked like he was going to try to throw it downfield. But I think it was a running play, and they may have a lineman downfield. But, again, the presence of mind of Helton he didn't really try to do anything too fancy. Took the loss, and he'll be back again on this play.
Second down, about 16 yards to go, back at the 35-yard line. 3:52 to go in the first quarter. 7-7 game. Shotgun. Helton will pass. Here's the pass across the way. It's almost intercepted by the Wildcats on a deflection. This time the pass wasn't right on the money. It was intended for Justin Cox. Incomplete pass. Third down, 15 yards to go. 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 our score. The Bobcats scoring on a 3-yard run by Davenport. The Wildcats scoring on a 96-yard run by Sean Summers. The ball is at the 30, just shy of the 35-yard line. Central up to the line. Third down, 15 yards to go. 3:43 to go. Helton will come up, double wing, single running back, wide receivers left and right. And Helton will pass once again. He's in trouble. Now rolls to the left, setting up. Now he's down at the 24. Tough break for Todd Helton because the turf was slick. He fell down, and Oak Ridge will throw him for a big loss, and really unfortunate for Todd Helton as he hit wet turf, and Oak Ridge will send Antoine Thrift back to receive the punt.
David, that's something that we mentioned before the game started, that there's a soft spot, looks like in the middle of the field almost all the way down, especially where Central has been operating the last 2 or 3 possessions. You can see right about the 30-yard line, it's really chopped up in there.
Oak Ridge should get good field position. Fourth down, 27 yards to go. They'll be punting from the 10-yard line. Antoine back at the 40-yard line. Here comes the kick. High spiral, not very long. Oak Ridge will field it at the 42. That's Antoine Thrift. He gets around to the 45-yard line and is tackled by Billy King just shy of the 50-yard line at the 48. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go.
If King doesn't make that play, I think Antoine gets the sideline. That right there, people may not realize that was just a huge play right there by King.
And the Wildcat offensive team will come onto the field for the first time, although the game is tied at 7. Oak Ridge fans cheering on the offense, who are on the field for the first time. And we're down to the 2:51 mark in the first quarter. It'll be Antoine Thrift, wide to the left side, wide to the right. Curtis Booker, Oak Ridge from the eye, first and 10. Underwood will sneak for about a yard or two as he moves the ball across the 50-yard line, tackled at the 49-yard line of Central. It'll be a gain, as I mentioned, of about 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Oak Ridge trying to catch Central perhaps in a stunt or a some kind of move to the outside from an inside lineman and opening something up. This time, Malcolm Henderson into the game. He'll be out wide. Thrift in the slot to the same side.
2 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Second down, 8 yards to go from the Central 49. Underwood will hand it to Sean Summers. Summers gets about 2 or 3 more yards as he spins his way up to the 45-yard line, shy of the first down by about 3. It'll be for the Wildcats. Third down, about 3.5 yards to go. 7-7 our score. We're at Central High School, jam-packed Central High School. There are people standing all around this place. There's not a seat to be found. Even the extra seats they brought in are totally full as the Wildcats come to the line. Third down, 3 yards to go. From the Central 45, big defensive play here for the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge from the eye. Underwood will roll right. Will pitch to Sean Summers. Makes a move. 40. Picks up the first down at the 35-yard line. Blew past 2 defenders, including Billy King that time.
He's up. He's very up, David, for this ball game, and you get a sense of it early in the ball game when he made that shoestring tackle that he's very motivated, and both of these teams are very fired up. The question here becomes in holding down that emotion and being disciplined. Central was certainly that on their first possession. This is really Oak Ridge's first full possession with the football. They look pretty smooth right now too.
Oak Ridge first and 10 from the Central 35. From the eye, wide receivers left and right. Sean Summers, big yardage, 30-yard line, rumbles down to the 24. Big gaping holes opened up by the Oak Ridge line, and he picks up almost 10 yards on the carry. 1:13 to go. They put him down officially at the 25-yard line, about a football short of the first. They're going to bring the chains onto the field. Oak Ridge on tied 7-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. The season is 24,
yeah.
So he's one shy of tying Jackie Pope's record, which has stood since 1958. Up to the line will come the Wildcats. 2 men wide to the left. It'll be for Oak Ridge. Second down, 5 yards to go. And that'll be probably the final play of the first quarter. And it is. Our score here from Central High School, Oak Ridge and Central are tied at 7. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds.
I still don't know, Powell looking to make another trip, or maybe their first trip to the finals.
It'll be Oak Ridge to the line. Second down, 5 yards to go. I formation, 2 men wide to the left. Quarterback Mike Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers. Once again, big hole, and carries the ball for close to a first down as he moves the ball inside the 15, down to the 13. The Oak Ridge line is just kicking back the central line, and Sean's getting good yardage. And somebody's a little bit slow to get up in it, Sean, but he appears to be okay. It's very close to another first down once again as they'll call official timeout. Let's take another break. We're at Central High School, 7-7 our score, and the chains are going to be brought onto the field.
First quarter score, Powell, 7
and the chains are brought onto the field and stretched, and it'll be, let's see, inches short of a first down. It'll be now for the Wildcats. Third down, less than a yard to go. Oak Ridge has moved the ball inside the central 15-yard line. The ball's resting at the 13. Curtis Booker brings the play in from the sideline. The Wildcats coached by Joe Gaddis in his 4th season as the head coach of the Wildcats, has led his team to at least the 3rd round in the first 3 years, and now the semifinals here in 1991. Third down, less than a yard to go. 11:42 to go in the first half. 7-7 the score. The Wildcats taking over at the 48-yard line of Central after a short punt and a return by Antoine Thrift up to the line, Oak Ridge.
This time Central putting somebody close to the nose, trying to prevent another sneak by Oak Ridge.
Third down, less than a yard to go, and Underwood will sneak forward, and he will get a big line surge to the 10-yard line. It'll be Oak Ridge first down, and let's see if it's 10 yards to go or goal to go as Underwood sneaks forward. And the ball is put down officially shy of the 10, so the Wildcats with an opportunity to pick up another first down as they put the ball right down at around the 10.5-yard line. Malcolm Henderson now comes into the game. 7-7 our score.
You know, Underwood's just so strong, David, for a quarterback. You know, not as tall as Helton, but certainly probably weight-wise they're comparable. Mike may even have him by a pound or two. Very solid individual at quarterback.
Up to the line, Oak Ridge, wide receivers left and right. First down, 10 yards to go. And the handoff will go to the fullback. He breaks free 5, and it's James Cobb to the 3-yard line. It'll be Oak Ridge picking up big yardage once again, this time with the fullback. The Oak Ridge running game much more effective here in this ball game than it was in the first meeting.
Well, early, definitely, Oak Ridge was not having a lot of success. I think, David, they've just kind of gotten back to basics a lot like Central did, as now we see Friendly back into the ball game. Antoine will come out. That'll get another tight end into the ball game for Oak Ridge. Be hard for Central to pick up which way Oak Ridge is going out of the Maryland eye, David.
3-back eye from the 2-yard line. Underwood up, second down, 3 yards to go. Fullback James Cobb, touchdown Oak Ridge. And the Wildcats take the lead for the first time by a score of 13-7 as the Wildcats' James Cobb scores the touchdown, and the Wildcats will go for the extra point. Oak Ridge on top, 13-7. The sack of Todd Helton on the slick turf, setting up good field position for the Wildcats, as the Wildcats' Chris Huber will try to attempt and make his 55th consecutive extra point. It'll be Underwood to hold once again. Oak Ridge on top, 13-7. Underwood to hold, and here it is in a second. Here's the snap, here's the kick, it's up. It is no good. So after 54 consecutive extra points, there's flags down on the play. We'll just have to check the call. Chris Huber had been perfect all season long. It's going to be against Central, and that'll give Huber the opportunity once again.
Or, David, it gives Oak Ridge to think about going for 2. If they penalize them half the distance to the goal, they may only have a yard and a half to go, and that does change your thinking just a little bit. And they may choose to think about it right here, and that's exactly what they're doing.
James Cobb scored his 3rd touchdown of the year on that touchdown as the Wildcats.
Now they say they're going for 1 for sure.
And Huber will get the opportunity to keep that streak intact. He is the all-time leader of all the place-kicking records at Oak Ridge, single season. It's a personal foul called against the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge on top, 13-7, 10:22 to go in the first half of play. And Huber will attempt once again. Underwood will hold at the 10-yard line. They'll go for the extra point once again. And let's see. Here's the snap, here's the kick, it's up. It is good, no good once again. So Huber misses 2 consecutive kicks, and that could be a factor later on in the ball game for the Central Bobcats. Our score with 10:22 to go here in the first half. Oak Ridge on top, 13-7, and we'll be back. Really kind of a strange circumstances. Chris had missed all season long, then he misses 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think, well, you know, there's a lot of jitters going on out there as now you see Central flip-flop their defensive guys out back. Fugit now drops back in the deep back position, and Brent Moore comes back up as one of the outside men. See if Oak Ridge kicks it down about the 20-25.
They haven't gone with a long kick yet. This one's a little bit longer, a little bit higher. It's fielded at the 10-yard line by Fugit. To the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line, tackled at the 29, and it'll be Central first down, 10 yards to go, and their offense once again will come onto the field. Ron Black on the stop for Oak Ridge. 13-7 our score, 10-16 to go in the first half. So Seals had been kicking short, hasn't kicked into the end zone yet in this ball game, and once again Todd Heldon, that explosive Central offense onto the field.
I think the reason they're really not trying to do it, and unless they feel they can kick it in there every time, they don't want to kick it that deep and give someone that big head start like Sean Summers got.
Justin Cox and Stiles wide to the left. They'll come from the eye. Fugit in the backfield. Heldon at quarterback, 1st and 10 from the 26. He'll hand it to his tailback, who will be hit in the middle of the line. That's Davenport carrying to the 32. Not a big opening there for Davenport to run through, and it'll be, let's see, 2nd down, 7 yards to go. 9:43 to go first half. Oak Ridge on top of the Central Bobcats, 13-7. Oak Ridge trying to knock off the Bobcats for the 2nd time this year. Wildcats have won 3 out of the last 4 meetings between the two schools. The Wildcats losing last year's game at Blankenship Field. Wide to the left side for Central. They'll send Cox once again. Stiles wide to the right. They'll come with a double wing, single running back. Helton, 2nd down, 7 yards to go from the Bobcat 31-yard line. And Helton will hand it off for nothing. And there's a big stick on Todd Helton, but it'll be about a yard or so at most on the play. And coming in on the Bobcats quarterback Ammons, hitting him after the play, but there was a clean hit. There'll be a gain of a yard on the play.
You're exactly right, and that's what the ref was telling him too, because in the option, Helton's so good with it, David, you've got to hit him every time, because I guarantee you, the one time you don't hit him, he's going to have that ball and you're going to be looking at his back.
3rd down and long for the Central Bobcats. The ball's at the 32. They need to get up to around the 38-yard line. From the eye, 2 men wide to left. And Helton will pass. And now here's the pass. It's going to be caught at the 44-yard line by number 9. And another fine catch by Justin Cox on a ball that was low. Nice catch once again by the receiver, and it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go.
Looked like Martenzi broke a little bit early toward the football, David, instead of toward the receiver, trying to pick that one off. I believe it was Martenzi. It was either him or Booker one. It was a single-digit number, but just a little bit mistimed there, and again, great poise by Helton. 1st
down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the 44-yard line. 8:16 to go in the first half. 13-7 Oak Ridge. Once again, Central from the eye. Helton will hand it off to his tailback. Tailback moves the ball to the 50-yard line. That'll be Davenport on the carry, and he's tackled just shy of the 50-yard line at the 49 by Curtis Booker, along with Richmond and, let's see, number 62, Chris Turner. It'll be a gain on the play of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down, a long 3 to go. The ball just shy of midfield. 7:49 to go in the first half. 13-7 our score. We're on 1290 WATO, Tennessee Cablevision Channel 7 and 12. Brad Linderman and Christy Linderman for them cable here. Up to the line will come Central from the 49-yard line, 2 men wide to the left. And Helton will hand it to his tailback, who moves the ball across the 50 and is tackled by Dennis Friendly of the Wildcats at the Oak Ridge 48. It'll be shy of a 1st down for the Bobcats. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. Didn't get a good spot on it. They put him down at the 49 officially. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
Well, this is a big, big play, David, in the ball game. Of course, if you're Central, you know, you might even consider, if they get most of it here, going for it on 4th down. Of course, you don't know what's going through their mind right now, but in this situation, you've got to figure that last time Central went right up the middle with it on a 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3. Helton checks off at the line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line. Barks the play from the I formation. Flags are down. It'll be a delay of game called against Central. So a 5-yard step off. So Helton's check off costs them 5 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down now and about 8 yards to go. But 8 yards is nothing for Todd Helton. He's a fine quarterback, has demonstrated that throughout his career. As they move the ball back to the 46, just makes it a little bit tougher.
Well, it changes philosophy a little bit, but David, again, when you got so many weapons, they do so many things well. They're able to pick up 8 yards as easy as they are 3, just as Oak Ridge is. A very evenly matched game, but certainly Central had made most of the mistakes early, and that could be a big one. We'll see.
3rd down and 8, 4-man front Oak Ridge, and Helton will get big pressure. Gets away from it. Now we'll run. Now we'll go with a long pass. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Central. Kind of a duck of a pass, but it goes in for the score. And the Wildcats are tied now at 13 with the Bobcats. It wasn't a pretty pass, but it was effective. Touchdown for the Central Bobcats.
Well, it just beat a man deep down there for Oak Ridge, David. Helton is so dangerous. The man came up expecting Todd to run with it, and he makes you pay. And that's exactly what he did, and they've got a chance to take the lead right here.
And they'll go for the extra point to give them the lead. 13-13 our score, 6:37 to go. And let's see, the ball's down, the kick is up, the kick is good, but time on the field our score, 6:37 to go in the first half. Central on top of Oak Ridge, 14-13, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Sean Summers standing back at the 5-yard line. 14-13 our score. The Central Bobcats on top of Oak Ridge, and it'll be Johnson to kick for the Bobcats. Central has dominated the time of possession in the ball game. Oak Ridge scoring on a 96-yard kick and a 52-yard drive. 14-13. Here's the kick by Johnson. Little bouncing kick. We fielded by Oak Ridge at the 35-yard line and breaks free to the 40-yard line, and that's where the tackle is made.
Looks like Roger Sylvie, David. We'll have to check and see. And yes, indeed it was. Caught that ball and picked up some extra yards. Gives Oak Ridge real good field position at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great field position to start the drive. The Wildcats will have it at the Wildcat 40. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 14-13 our score. Oak Ridge trailing the Central Bobcats. Antoine Thrift wide to the left side, single man wide to the right. Oak Ridge from the eye once again. I don't think Underwood has attempted a pass in the ball game. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. He will this time. Cranks it up and goes long to Antoine Thrift. Over the shoulder grab, no good, incomplete. Good idea. He was open at the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, 10.
I tell you, David, Helton back there in center field, if that ball comes a little bit more toward the center, he's back there, and that's so dangerous when you've got a quarterback. We've talked about it, so much. The fact that him being back there at safety, being a quarterback is similar to a catcher being up to bat. He kind of knows what's going on and what to expect.
It'll be Antoine drifting off wide to the left, wide to the right side. Henderson, Oak Ridge from the eye. 2nd down, 10. 6:10 to go first half. And Underwood will hand it off to Sean Summers. Summers to the outside, tries to get free, moves the ball across the 45, tackled at the 46 by the Bobcats. Helton along with number 40, Eric Stone. It'll be for Oak Ridge, a gain of about 6. 3rd down along 4. The ball at the Wildcat 47-yard line. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go first half, 14-13 Central.
It's a similar situation that Central was just in, David, really not wanting to give the ball back to Oak Ridge, and Oak Ridge certainly does not want to give it back to the Bobcats right here so quickly.
Thrift and Booker wide to the right side, 3rd down and 3. Handoff, Sean Summers, big stick, loss on the play. Billy King drops him for a loss at the 44-yard line. Big penetration this time on the left side, and Oak Ridge will punt for the first time. 5:20 to go in the first half. 14-13 our score, and that time Sean had no place to go. Good defensive effort by Central.
It looked like they had something going, David. It just, when the guys pulled, Central came in and kind of caused a lot of confusion out there, and now Oak Ridge looks like they could be one short.
And late onto the field will come the Wildcats, and they'll be forced to call a timeout. Let's take one ourselves. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the half. 14-13 our score, and we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. For punt this season, and he'll be punting from the Wildcat 35-yard line. 4th down and 5. Martenzie Richmond, the up back, and they're looking for a short punt. They're standing around the 25-yard line. Lantrup to punt. 4th down, 5 yards to go. Good snap. Here's some pressure. Here's the kick, and it's bad. It's going to take a Oak Ridge bounce, though, for about a yard or so at the 44. So Mike Lantrup, I don't know whether he felt the pressure or if it was partially knocked down by the man coming in, Justin Cox. Either way, it's a very short punt, and it'll be at the 44-yard line. Good field position for the Central Bobcats. They lead 14-13, 4:51 to go here in the first half. Hilton and company onto the field, and they'll quickly try to get down the field here. They've got plenty of time. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Styles wide to the right side. They'll come from the I once again. Fugit's the fullback. First down, 10 yards to go. Hilton will roll to the right and is hit and is going to be dropped on the option play for no gain. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Ammon's there for the stop, and Dennis Friendly as well. No gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. 14-13 our score. 1 point Central lead. The Wildcats missing an extra point for the first time, and Chris Huber missing for the first time. And he had 2 opportunities as the Bobcats will come to the line. Single man wide to the left. That'll be Cox once again. 2 men wide right. They'll come from the I. Second down, 10 yards to go. From the Central 44-yard line. Hilton under center, drops straight back to pass. Here comes big pressure. And here's almost a sack. He put his knee down. Here's the pass complete at the 40-yard line. Eludes Sean Summers and is pushed out of bounds at around the, 47-yard line. And one of the Wildcats is hurt. And out on the field will come the trainer. It'll be short of a first down, but it looked great balance by Todd Hilton. It looked like he used the other hand, not the ball hand, to steady himself. They gained 5 on the play. It'll be third down, 5 yards to go. An official timeout is called while they attend to the injured Wildcat. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. Timeout is asked for, this time by Central. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back to Central High School in another 30 seconds. Play for Oak Ridge. Third down and 5 for the Central Bobcats at the 49-yard line. Hilton rolls to the left, is in trouble. Now looks down the field, looks for a man to run. Now will have to carry it, and will pick up the first down and more as he's tackled at the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Central Bobcats. Great play once again by Todd Hilton.
Well, what he did, David, by sending the man on out into the pattern, he kept motioning for him to go into the pattern because he knew he would take a defender with him. And when he did that, Hilton just broke back to the middle, just kind of felt his way into freedom, and then broke a tackle to pick up the first down.
3:35 to go first half. 14-13 the score. The Wildcats 4-man front. Central up to the line, which is the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. They'll send 2 men wide to the left. Hilton once again from the I. Up to the line he'll come. First and 10, 3:20 to go first half. Hilton will roll to the left, has some pressure, dumps it off on a little screen, and a nice open field tackle by Sean Summers at the 41-yard line. Fugit on the catch. Once again, Sean Summers, nice tackle.
He's so fast. He's so fast, David. He runs a little faster when he knows he's got to make that play, and if he doesn't, Fugit's going to get pretty close to the sideline. Again, the score 14-13. Central on top of the Wildcats by 1. Huber missed his first extra point of the year after 2 attempts at it. 2:51 to go and counting in the first half of play.
Second down, 8 yards to go from the Wildcat 40-yard line. Double wing set, single running back, shotgun formation, Todd Hilton. Wide receivers left and right. Low snap, Hilton back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Here's the pass, incomplete. Could have been picked off.
It is picked off.
It is picked off by Oak Ridge. Yes, the Wildcats intercept the pass at the 36. The intended receiver, number 32, Ricky Kirkland, was juggling the ball. A shoestring catch by Oak Ridge. And I didn't catch the number, but Oak Ridge has the ball. First down, 10 yards to go. 2:29 to go in the first half.
Well, that's a big play, David. Still plenty of time. Okay, they may have ruled it, Andrew says, a catch and a fumble, but regardless, Oak Ridge has got it. And 2:29 to go in the first half of play. Oak Ridge down by 1. Booker split out wide. Thrift in the slot.
First and 10 from the Wildcat 36 under Wibble pass.
Oh, he's got one wide open.
Time. Here he goes down the field, long with the pass to Antoine Thrift. Over the shoulder catch. It'll be caught. And Oak Ridge will get a flag as well. Or they might have, let's see, they're going to call it perhaps against Oak Ridge. Antoine makes the catch. We'll just have to check the call.
Oh, they can't call it again. He caught the ball.
Nice catch by Antoine over the shoulder. Pass interference against the offense, so they make the call right away. The defensive back, Justin Cox, knew that it was going to go that way. Beautiful catch, though, by Antoine Thrift at the 40-yard line in heavy coverage. The Wildcats will be penalized. 2:18 to go. It'll be now for the Wildcats. They'll penalize them back, and I think a loss of down as well as they bring them back to the, let's see, they'll put it down at the 21-yard line. Indeed, a loss of down. Second down, 20 yards to go.
Well, what makes that tough, David, is the official that threw the flag threw it from behind both the receiver and the defender, and then he called it on the guy whose back was in front of him. Awful hard to make that play.
Second down, 25. The pitch will go to Sean Summers. Summers stumbles out of the block and only gets up to the 22-yard line. That's where he's tackled. It'll be third down, 24 yards to go. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And if I were Central, I might think about calling a timeout here to give them more time if the Wildcats are not able to pick up the first down. It's third down and 24 yards to go. 1 minute, 49 seconds to go here in the first half. I'm really surprised they didn't take a timeout there, but the Wildcats will come to the line. Third down, 24 yards to go.
They had already taken one, so maybe they're trying to pick up one right here.
Wide receivers left and right. Oak Ridge from the eye. Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers. Summers will be tackled at the 25-yard line. And now perhaps the Bobcats will take a timeout. They haven't yet. 1:25 to go. It'll be fourth down facing Oak Ridge. And indeed, a timeout is asked for by Central. Let's take one ourselves. 1:23 to go first half. 14-13 our score. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. And we're back here at Central High School. The ball's at the 25-yard line. That'll be fourth down, 21 yards to go. 14-13 the score. Central on top of Oak Ridge. 1:23 to go here in the first half. The winner heads to the state championship game at Vanderbilt next Saturday. Mike Lantrip will punt. He didn't do a good job his last time, averaging 30. They'll send, let's see, everybody but two in on a rush, low snap, and now he's in trouble. And now we'll have to eat it at the 15-yard line. So a very low snap. Central has great field position at the 15-yard line. Tough situation. The punting game for the Wildcats have really cost them here as the Bobcats will take over at the 15-yard line. Mike Lantrip never able to get the punt off. They had a big rush coming anyway. The snap took one skip into his hand, and then he just had to eat the ball. That'll be Central, first down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the 15. They'll send wide receivers left and right. Cox to the left, two men wide to the right. Single running back. First down, 10 yards to go. In motion to the left will go number 32, Kirkland. Heldon will drop straight back to pass, and now gets away from one man. He's at the 20. Now fires it into the end zone. Touchdown, Central. The Central Bobcats score a 15-yard scoring strike from Todd Helton to a wide open man in the end zone, and with 54 seconds to go. So the Bobcats lead 20-13.
And I think the key thing right there, David, is 54 seconds to go, because there could be a possibility of scoring too quick right here for Central.
And we'll just have to see. They'll go for the extra point. 54 seconds to go. Once again, a bullet pass in the end zone. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. But time on the field, our score. 54 seconds to go here in the first half. And Central leads by a score of 21-13. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. Another line drive kick. Once again, it's fielded by Oak Ridge at the 25, and he has to put his knee down at the 24-yard line, so unable to return it was the Wildcats, and they'll take over first and 10, 54 seconds to go. If you're Oak Ridge, do you go for it here in the last 54 seconds, or you go in the locker room down 8?
Well, you know, asking for an opinion, I think you've got to go for it here. I don't think you want to do anything stupid, but I don't understand why they're so late getting out. Now, with Mike just coming out on the field and wasting that time there, perhaps they're not going to try to put the ball down the field.
Curtis Booker wide to the right side, Antoine Thrift wide to the left. Single coverage on him. Oak Ridge from the eye, and Underwood will hand it off to Sean Summers. Summers across the 30 up to the 32-yard line, now with 32 seconds to go, and the Wildcats content to let the time start ticking off here. We've got under 30 seconds to go. The ball's at the 31-yard line. Second down, 3 yards to go. 21-13 our score. Central on top. Once again, Antoine Thrift wide to the left. Todd Helton playing a little center field as the pitch will go to Sean Summers. 12 seconds. He spins as he makes a move to the 34 and upended at that point, as the first half is going to come to a close on that play. So the Wildcats will go to the locker room trailing Central 21-13 as the Central Bobcats celebrating as they run towards the locker room. An exciting first half of football. Tough break for the Wildcats on the punt play. A snap that was fielded late by the Wildcats punter Mike Lantrip, and he couldn't do anything.
Kentucky that he had heard that Paducah went out in the quarterfinals. So these two teams still going, and like you say, David, 24 minutes of clock time from now, and we're going to have the representative from the East. I'm surprised. Let's see, David, if Oak Ridge doesn't sneak Sean up there a little bit. I think they've made a little bit of adjustments in their where they're lining up yard-wise. I think it's pretty much the same personnel in there for Oak Ridge, but they are lined up a little bit different. Now we've got a delay as the clock. Something's wrong with the clock, perhaps.
I don't know. It looks okay. I think there's just I just want to make sure everything's set.
Oh,
maybe
the pylon's down at the end zone, so somebody's going to go down there and fix that.
And it'll be Big Cat out there to do it. Mike Laurendine does the honors. So with 21-13 our score, it'll be the Central Bobcats to kick off.
And what a good job he did, by the way, David. This kickoff sponsored by Eddie Hare Firestone on the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. And
Summers standing back at the 10-yard line. Let's see if they kick the ball to him this time. 21-13. We're about to get set the second half of this game. Live on 1290 WATO and Tennessee Cablevision Channel 7 and Channel 12. Here's the kick. Line drive kick once again, fielded by Oak Ridge at the 25-yard line. Cuts outside, big hole, up the middle to the 40, down to the 45-yard line. That'll be James Slater carrying to the 48. Good return by Oak Ridge, or was it Crowley? Crowley on the return, Pat Crowley. It'll be Oak Ridge first down. Good field position at the 47-yard line. So the Wildcats get a good return out of Crowley.
Oh, they certainly did, and he did a real good job of bouncing back to the outside, and if he'd have had another step or two, might have taken that one further, but he gets it up in great field position for Oak Ridge.
And up to the line will come Oak Ridge. Antoine Thrift wide to the left, wide to the right side. Oak Ridge's Curtis Booker. We're just underway, third quarter, 11:40 to go, 21-13 our score. Underwood from the 47 hands it off to Sean Summers, who'll carry to the 50-yard line, gain of about 2 on the play. It'll be second down, 8 yards to go. Sean had 49 yards in the first half, and he moves the ball just shy of the 50-yard line, gain of 2, second down, 8 yards to go.
Chris Turner really favoring that ankle, David. It's taped. Looks like it's double taped on the outside and on the inside, and he's going to have to come out. He just can't go on it right now. It looked like he had walked it off pretty good the first time, but now it is definitely hard to maneuver on it, and he might be able to return, but it's so heavily taped. If he's twisted it again, that could be trouble.
And Jeff Bryant will come in for him. Oak Ridge to the line with Henderson and Thrift wide to the left. Second down, 8 yards to go. 11:13 to go, third quarter. From the 50-yard line, Oak Ridge from the I. Second down, 8 yards to go. Underwood, short drop. Now is in trouble. Rolls from one tackle. Flags are down on the play. It's hit hard at the 27-yard line. I thought a flag went down. I think it's resting at around the 43-yard line. We're going to have to check the call.
Well, Underwood got popped, David, right on the hip, and that's a tough one for him to take because those really sting. And now they're going to call holding against Central, and I'm not sure if that's a first down or not. We'll wait and see.
I think it will be as they'll step it off. It was 8 yards to go, and Mike Underwood, you're right, he took a big shot. They're going to walk the ball inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll put it down at the 42. First and 10 Wildcats. Defensive holding. Let's see if Underwood's going to be able to go. He got up real slow, lost a little bit of his mobility. He's a tough guy. As Oak Ridge picks up the first down, it's at the Central 41. First down, 10 yards to go. 21-13 our score. Thrift and Booker wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the I. Cobb's the fullback. The tailback is Sean Summers. Let's see if they go toss sweep to the right. They'll go to the right with the option play as Underwood turns it upfield. He's at the 35-yard line, 30, tackled at the 25. Evidently, he still has that mobility as he picks up the first down.
Well, he's fired up, David, and he's trying to get this crowd fired up too. Oak Ridge doing exactly what they wanted to do, come out and take control here early. We were talking about what they would do should they take it down in, and we'll get to that hopefully here in a few minutes. Oak Ridge really looking good here. Right now, Cobb in at fullback in front of Summers.
Henderson and Thrift wide to the left. Oak Ridge first and 10 at the Central 25-yard line from the I. Underwood hands it off to his fullback, who doesn't get a whole lot of yardage. It'll be Cobb carrying to the 25. No yardage at all. In fact, he might have lost a little bit. It'll be second down, 10.
Well, Sean had the outside that time, David. Of course, Central very quick and saw that Cobb had the football, but I really do think that Sean had something that time. Looked like a reverse out type play. If he fakes it to Cobb that time and reverses out, may have had the side. We'll have to see if Oak Ridge Ridge comes back to that later.
Second down, 10 at the central 25-yard line. Underwood, straight drop. Here's pressure. Here's a pass, wide open pass complete at the 20-yard line. Antoine Thrift, 15, makes a move there and then steps out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Oak Ridge should have the first down.
I think he does, and credit Antoine with a great individual effort there, picking up that first down.
9 minutes, 47 seconds to go, third quarter. Oak Ridge first down, 10 yards to go at the Central 14, 21-13 the score. Central on top of Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats will come to the line once again. That's the first completed pass for Mike Underwood in the ballgame. Thrift wide to the right side, calls for the crowd, single coverage on him. Oak Ridge from the eye. Underwood from the 14 will pitch to Sean Summers. A wall blocker's in front, makes a move at the 10, spins forward to the 9, and Jim, you and I are blocking one another right here. 9:38 to go, and it's going to be a gain on the play of about 6 yards. I don't mean blocking our view, I mean blocking one another like we're out on the field.
Yeah, I don't mind matching up with you. It's getting in it with Andy that's worrying me. He's pretty quiet over there right now.
Second down, 5 yards to go. The line of scrimmage is at the 10-yard line. Up to the line quickly, Oak Ridge. Antoine Thrift wide to the right, single man wide to the left. That'll be Booker. Oak Ridge with the fullback Dennis Friendly now in the ball game. And the pitch will go to Summers, needs a block from Friendly, tries to get outside, he does, and he is going to score! Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Sean Summers scores his 24th touchdown of the season, tying him with Jackie Pope for the all-time single-season touchdown record at Oak Ridge High School, and the Wildcats are to within 2 points from tying the ball game.
And I think he ran over Billy King. We'll have to look at the films, David, but he may have done just that.
And will Oak Ridge go for 2? I would if I were Coach Gaddis. And up to the line will come the Wildcats. 9:06 to go, third quarter, 21-19 our score. And Oak Ridge will come to the line. And Malcolm Henderson will drift off wide to the right. Curtis Booker wide to the left. Oak Ridge will get Friendly out of the contest. They'll come with a single running back. That'll be Sean Summers. A slot man to the left, Antoine Thrift. Oak Ridge going for 2. And Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers, and he is in for 2. And the game is tied at 21 with 9:06 to go. And Sean Summers has 14 points, and that now ties him with Tom McGrew for the all-time point leader ever, tying him a record that stood since the early 50s. So Sean Summers coming away with a couple more records tonight. 21-21 our score. And the Wildcats will be kicking off. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to Central. We'll get back at the 10-yard line. Brian Seals will kick it off, kicking from left to right. Here's the kick. Long driving kick. This will be a touchback, I believe. No, Fugel will field it at the 3, to the 5, up the middle, 10. Big blocking, and up the middle will go to the 20, up to the 26-yard line before the stop is made by Oak Ridge. And the stop is made, let's see, by Miguel Pettis. And the ball is put down at the 26-yard line.
Jason McDonald a little slow getting off. David Oak Ridge really gave it up right up the middle that time. And Fugit is very quick, and he came close to turning one up the field. Very good job by Miguel Pettis that time. David, this is where the ball game's going to get tough. Let's see if Central continues their mix of run and pass.
The winner will play for the state championship next Saturday. 1st and 10 Central at the Bobcat 26-yard line. Helton will hand it to his tailback, and that'll be about a gain of about 3 for Davenport as he spins the ball to about the 29-yard line. Bryant on the stop. It'll be for the Bobcats. Second down and 7 yards to go. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. 21-21 our score. The Wildcats and the Bobcats here in the semifinals of the TSSAA playoffs. Bobcats to the line. Let's see, Stiles comes out of the contest. They'll have, let's see, wide to the left side, Kirkland along with Justin Cox. They'll come from the eye. Second down, 7 yards to go. Helton from the 29-yard line from the eye will hand it to his tailback. He'll squirt for good yardage, about 5, as he moves the ball to the 34-yard line. It's shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd down 2.
Well, David, I tell you what, they are getting extra yardage after the hit. That time the man was stuck, but both teams are doing that. Sean Summers is definitely driving for that extra yard. This is where you don't have to hold anything back in this type of ball game. There is no tomorrow for the team that finishes this game behind, so both teams are definitely giving well over 110 tonight. This is a huge, huge play.
21-21 our score. 4-man front for the Wildcats. 3rd down, a long 2 to go, and Helton will hand it to his tailback. No, he'll run and he'll slip and he'll not make the first down. Helton slips and falls at the 36-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about a yard to go, and onto the field will come the punt unit. So Helton, once again, unfortunately for him, hits the soft turf He was sacked on the soft turf earlier, and this time he won't get the first down. It's 4th down, less than a yard to go. 7:07 to go, third quarter, 21-21 our score.
Again, David, right in that area in the center of the field that we've been talking about, and Central seemed to have spent a lot of that time on that part of the field.
A new man back to receive the punt, that's Booker, and here's the kick. High, very nice punt. Fair catch signal for and made by Curtis Booker, and he makes it at the 33-yard line. Antoine Thrift came off the field that time, and now he comes back on, so I guess he's okay. It'll be the Wildcat offensive unit onto the field, tied with the Bobcats, 21-21, 6:48 to go, third quarter. As we've mentioned all night, the winner will play for the state championship next Saturday at Vanderbilt. As these two teams have played a great game in the regular season, the Wildcats winning that one 22-19. Oak Ridge and Central tied here at 21.
James Cobb out of the ball game, David, as Oak Ridge will have, again, one single back and three wideouts, Henderson, Booker, and Thrift.
And Thrift's in a slot to the left. Underwood from the 32, a pitch to Sean Summers, needs a block, gets one from Mike Underwood, turns it upfield, explodes across the 40, carries the ball to the 43.
What they're doing with those three out there, David, is that is only allowing, basically 7 players for Central to be in on the interior. And Mike Underwood's 200+ pounds, and he has been the blocker leading the way. What it is, it's a quick toss, which allows Underwood a chance to get over and make a play and make a block like a fullback. When you got the 3 wideouts split so wide, Central's not able to concentrate as much on up the middle. It's the same play they ran on the 2-point conversion.
Mike Underwood's a good blocker too, a 200-pounder, not like your typical quarterback, as the chains are stretched. And it will be, let's see, first down, 10 yards to go for Oak Ridge. The Wildcats with the ball at their own 43-yard line. 6:25 to go, third quarter, 21-21 our score. We're at Central High School, the semifinal round of the TSSAA playoffs, as Oak Ridge comes to the line. Wide to the left for Oak Ridge senior Curtis Booker, wide to the right junior Antoine Thrift. Oak Ridge from the I, single senior quarterback Mike Underwood up from the I formation, 1st and 10 at the 43, and he'll hand it off to his fullback, and that'll be a gain of about a yard or so, not much more than that, as Friendly carries to the 44. And it'll be second down, we'll call it 8 yards to go. 6:07 to go. Very exciting ball game, a nail biter here at Central High School.
Okay, we see the 3 backs coming in again. You've got Booker, Antoine, and Malcolm Henderson. As now we see Friendly coming out, and that'll leave 3 wideouts again for Oak Ridge.
Thrift in a slot on the right side. Let's see if they go with that little reverse play. They will not. It'll be a pitch to Sean Summers. He makes a move, cuts the ball upfield, and is tackled at the 49-yard line. It'll be third down, about 5 yards to go, as they put him down officially at the Oak Ridge 48. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The game is tied at 21. Ball's resting at the 48-yard line, third down and 5. Booker slowly brings the play in from Joe Gaddis, the head coach of the Wildcats. He, along with Malcolm Henderson, go to the huddle, and the Wildcats will come to the line. Third down, 5 yards to go. The ball close to midfield at the 48-yard line on the Oak Ridge side of the line. Wide receivers left and right. Once again, single running back. Oak Ridge quarterback Mike Underwood will drop straight back to pass. Has time, here's the pass. It's going to be caught by Booker. He screeched forward for the first down, breaking the tackle, dragging his tackler to the 40-yard line. Nice effort by Curtis Booker. It looked like they were going to stop him behind the sticks, but he picks up the first down.
Well, what he did, David, he gave ground. He gave about 1.5 yards, and normally Central is going to drop you when you do that, but I think the man left his feet just a little bit early, and I feel bad for the Central player a little bit because he did it right in front of his old bench, and the coaches weren't too happy about that. But this this one-back offense with the 3 wideouts is definitely causing some adjustment problems for Central. Now Oak Ridge back in the traditional I formation.
From the 36-yard line of Central, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Handoff, Sean Summers, ooh, big stick at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 1 yard on the play. Second down, 9 yards to go. The clock continues to tick down here. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The game is tied at 21. The ball's at the Central 35. Malcolm Henderson and Curtis Booker remain in the ball game. They bring the play to Mike Underwood. The ball's at the Central 35-yard line. So ball control offenses so far here tonight. We've had some big plays as well as Booker drifts off wide to the left. Wide to the right will go Malcolm Henderson. Friendly out of the game once again. Single running back, Sean Summers. Oak Ridge from the 35 will pitch to Sean Summers. Big blocking in front. 30-yard line for Sean. 25-yard line to the 23. Another Oak Ridge first down.
And Mike Underwood did a great job that time. He was a little slow getting started, and Sean just got right behind him and pushed him into the next guy blocking, and that was a big play. Again, David, it's the single back offense that's causing the adjustment problems when you got the 3 wideouts out there, and the key is Underwood being able to block.
21-21 our score. The ball's at the Central 23 now. It'll be Thrift and Booker wide to the left. Oak Ridge will come up from the standard eye this time. Friendly's the fullback. Sean Summers, the All-American, is the tailback. First down 10 at the Central 22-yard line. And the handoff, no, it'll be Underwood. Turning the ball upfield across the 20, tucks it in and carries the ball to about the 18-yard line. Kirkland on the stop for the Central Bobcats.
Real good job that time by the Wildcats. As you see, David, Curtis Booker and Antoine doing some talking out there. I think they feel like they've got something that might work over on that side of the field, as this time Henderson is going to come in and Friendly's going to come out. So we'll see, again, the one-back formation. What's happening too, David, is Oak Ridge has thrown out of this formation too this last time out, and that also is causing problems.
Second down, 7 yards to go at the Central 18-yard line. Single running back. Here's the pitch once again to Sean. Sean at the 15. Sean to the, let's see, close to the 10-yard line. He's out at around the 13. Close to a first down. It'll be short by about a yard. It'll be third down, 1 yard to go. Pretty impressive drive so far here for the Wildcats. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Oak Ridge has done all the scoring here in the second half. They were down 8 at halftime. They're tied now at 21. 2:52 to go. A very quick third quarter as both teams have kept the ball on the ground. The Wildcats, third down and 1. We'll call a timeout. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back to Central in 60 seconds. Third quarter, and Underwood will sneak for the first. Across the 10-yard line, tackled at the 8. It'll be Oak Ridge first down, goal to go. With 2:48 to go, and the Wildcats using that big offensive line, just pushing back the Central Bobcats.
Well, and again, Mike Underwood not necessarily doing it through the air, although he has had some success, David, but he has been very valuable in most of the possessions for Oak Ridge.
Stratford on top of Gallatin, 7-0 in the first quarter. Up to the line will come the Wildcats. First down, goal to go at the 9-yard line, 2:35 to go. And Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers. Summers, big hit at the 9-yard line. Lost a yard perhaps as they put him down officially at the 9. So we'll say no gain. It'll be for Oak Ridge. Second down, goal to go. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. 21-21 our score. Well within Brian Seals' field goal range, but the Wildcats want to put it in the end zone for 6 here as Henderson and Booker come back into the game. Second down, goal to go at the 9-yard line, just shy of the 10 as Cobb comes out of the contest. Booker will drift off wide to the left. Man in the slot once again. That'll be Thrift on the left. Single running back Sean Summers. Henderson wide to the right. Oak Ridge up to the line, which is the 9-yard line. And Mike Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers, and a nice open field tackle by Billy King at the 12-yard line. They went to the short side of the field. It'll be third down, goal to go, a loss of 2 on the play.
I'll tell you, they're just coming for Summers. King is, David, and I'll tell you, the 3-back formation, that time, no one was really on Antoine Thrift. Antoine was on the wing, and to his outside, there was nobody home. If they're able to just get him to release toward, you see it right there, David. No one is to the outside except for Helton, and he's deep in the end zone.
Third down, goal to go at the 12-yard line. Underwood will pass. Here's the little pass to Sean Summers out of the backfield at the 5, at the 4-yard line. That's Thrift. He's short. He's at about the 6-yard line. It'll be fourth down, goal to go at that point. It would be tough for the Wildcats to go all this way and not get anything in the end zone.
Well, but they're going to have Central backed up, David, so that's a judgment call right there, and they're going to kick it, I think.
As Seals went onto the field, and now he's talking with Barry Saunders, so the Wildcats will go for the field goal here. Brian has done a pretty good job in the playoffs, hitting a 41 and 43-yarder in 2 previous playoff games this year. This one will be much shorter, almost like an extra point on the left hash mark. It'll be Underwood to hold. They'll put it down at the 13-yard line, making this a 23-yard kick. 21-21 our score, 1:11 to go, third quarter. And flags are down. We're going to have a delay call against Oak Ridge, and that'll back up Brian Seals another 5 yards, making it a 28-yard kick.
Well, but I'm not so sure that's too bad, David, because what it does, it increases the angle of the kick, and Seals is definitely the long-distance kicker, so it may prove to work out a little better, that he'll get a better angle. Of course, no one likes a penalty, but we'll see if this one just barely squeaks by. Maybe that 5 yards could make the difference.
And Brian Seals will once again attempt it. It's more like the 17-yard line, so it'll be a 27-yard kick as Mike Underwood will hold. 21-21. Good snap. Here's the kick. It's up. Partially blocked, but it's up, and it is no good. Just short. So good penetration by Central's number 32, Ricky Kirkland. Could it be a pretty good momentum shift right here as the kick is no good. 21-21 our score.
Again, David, the big breaks not going the Wildcats' way thus far. 21-21 the score. They took a lot of time off that clock. And the biggest thing for Central is not only do they turn Oak Ridge away, is that they've got the ball on the 20-yard line now. And Oak Ridge, while they have the momentum here, they're going to need to give Central a bad play and not let them get any momentum going back here.
And Todd Helton brings his team up. First down, 10 yards to go at the 20. 1:11 to go third quarter. 21-21 the score. From the I will come the Bobcats. 2 men wide to the left. Hand off to the tailback. He carries, that's Davenport, to the 23-yard line. Still on his feet to the 25-yard line. Breaks free 35. He might go all the way for the touchdown. Big block on the out of bounds play. It'll be a touchdown. 80-yard run on a nice run by Anthony Davenport. And Oak Ridge trails once again 27-21. Nice play and a nice run. Lots of broken tackles, and injured on the play for Central is number 25, Jimmy Fugit, but a great run, breaking tackles, went down the sideline and scores.
Well, they got to wrap him up, David. About 4 Oak Ridge guys had a chance at him that time, and they just weren't able to get him down, and he wasn't going to quit right there. A lot of determination as Fugit is still down. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
And we're back here, and it'll be Central going for the extra point. It'll be Johnson to attempt. 27-21. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. But time will fit our score. 54 seconds to go third quarter. Central on top, 28-21. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds.
All ball carriers back behind that initial line this time, David.
Here's the kick. This time they'll kick it a little bit longer. Sean will field it on the fly at the 5-yard line to the 10, 15, 20, 25-yard line, upended at the 30, and that's where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. 47 seconds to go. Cortland Stiles on the stop for the Central Bobcats. A nice kick that time. Sean was able to return it to the 30-yard line, and the Wildcat offense will come onto the field once again. 47 seconds to go third quarter. 28-21 Central on top of Oak Ridge. The Wildcats will come out with Friendly at fullback, Summers the tailback. Now Thrift will come out of the game. Oak Ridge to the line, 42 seconds to go third quarter. First down, 10 yards to go. From the 30, the Wildcats with the single running back. That's Sean Summers. Wide receivers left and right. Underwood from the 30-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And he'll pitch to Sean Summers. Summers turns the ball upfield. It's carried for about 4 yards, not much more than that. Stiles on the stop once again. It'll be for the Bobcats. Second down, 6 yards to go.
That's going to do it for the third quarter. 28-21 the score. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
34. Wildcats down by a touchdown and an extra point, 28-21. Malcolm Henderson wide to the left side. Oak Ridge with another wide receiver to the right. Looks like Booker. Slot man is Thrift. Oak Ridge single running back Sean Summers. The Mike Underwood will pass. Here's the pass. It's caught by Oak Ridge. It'll be short of a first down at the 39-yard line. It'll be about, let's see, third down, a yard and a half to go as they put him down officially at the 39-yard line. Booker on the reception. Third down, a yard and a half to go. 11:44 to go in the ball game. 28-21, Central on top. Friendly back in the ball game for Oak Ridge, brings the play in. The ball's resting. He didn't get the best of spot. It's at the 38. It'll be third down, a yard and a half. Up to the line will come Oak Ridge. Thrift and Booker wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the I once again. Summers the tailback. Underwood will pitch to Sean Summers. He'll pick up the first down as he moves it across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
Well, David, Central's really doing a lot of blitzing with those linebackers up the middle. They're going to be very susceptible to a little misdirection, or if Sean can ever get the option out to the outside, because they are really coming up the middle. Billy King especially, he's such a standout performer, though, David. He looks like he's gotten a little bit of a free hand to solo out there as you watch him. This time, however, he looks like he's playing pat.
Wide receivers left and right. Oak Ridge 1st and 10. Underwood will pass. Has some pressure. Goes down the field long with the pass. It's going to be caught. Beautiful catch by Oak Ridge at the 28-yard line. And the Wildcats, Curtis Booker, makes the reception. A beautiful catch by Oak Ridge. Right on the money. Good coverage by Central. Just a beautiful catch by Curtis Booker.
Oh, and he went way up to get it too, David. And that's a big shift in momentum in this ball game. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. Oak Ridge trails the Bobcats of Central 28-21. The Bobcats got their last score after a field goal for Oak Ridge was blocked. And on the next play, Davenport went 80 yards to put Central up.
Booker wide to the right side, Henderson wide to the left. Single coverage on him. Oak Ridge with Sean Summers, the single running back. He'll get the call, and he carries the ball to the 25-yard line. Not much more than that. Gain of 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down 7. 10:35 to go in the ball game. 28-21 Central on top.
You wonder when Oak Ridge is going to think about trying something to the outside, David. Sean's having a lot of trouble up the middle, but again, the way Central's blitzing, if Oak Ridge is able to pick it up on a play up the middle and he pops one, that's when he can really go.
10:18 to go in the ball game. Oak Ridge 2nd down, 7 yards to go from the Central 25. Oak Ridge from the I once again. Wide receivers left and right. Underwood will pitch. Summers needs a block and turns the ball upfield. 20, 15-yard line. Dragged down from the rear at the 14. It'll be an Oak Ridge first down. 10 yards to go.
Well, they got him outside, and we've got someone down for Oak Ridge, David, but I think he's getting back up. Let's see who that is. It may have been Booker. It looked like that he got maybe shook up a little bit on a kind of a peel back block, and they're going to get. No, they're going to stay with the 3. No, I thought they were going to stay with the 3 wideouts. This time Booker is going to come to the sideline.
The ball's at the 14-yard line. Oak Ridge. First down, 10 yards to go. Antoine Thrift wide to the left side. Todd Helton on defense against him. It'll be Oak Ridge from the I, single man wide to the right. From the 13, here's the pitch to Sean Summers. Breaks outside to the 10-yard line, beats Todd Helton. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. Helton falls down. Sean got around him. It'll be a touchdown.
And Antoine Thrift did a great job of coming back to seal off the outside, and he really blasted the man that sprung Sean Summers into the end zone. There's just no quit in either one of these teams, David. I think they ought to play 6 or 7 quarters.
Yeah, it'd be great. A great crowd on hand over here to watch this one. What we consider to be the 2 best teams in the state, 28-27. Now let's see, same position of the field if Oak Ridge can hit the extra point. Huber missed 2 tries on that end of the same end of the field. Let's see if he can tie the game with this one. It'll be Mike Underwood to hold. 28-27 the score. 9:42 to go in the ball game here at Central. High snap. Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. The Wildcats tie the game. 28-28 our score. 9:42 to go. And we'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds. Back here at Central High School, Brian Seals to kick off. 9:42 to go. The game is tied now, 28-28. Very short, high kick will be fielded by Central's Fugit at the 15 and blasted at the 22-yard line. That's where Central will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. The last time they had the ball about that point, they could win 80 yards with it for the go-ahead score. Oak Ridge comes right back down the field. Oak Ridge moving the ball on the ground and have tied the game 28-28. Lots of time to go. 9:37 to go. Both teams can score quickly, especially with Todd Helton. The Central team can get down the field in a hurry.
Well, and Oak Ridge can too, David. And the defenses, as most people thought, somebody's going to have to stiffen, and that's going to be the difference in this one.
Pitch to the tailback, and he tries to get outside and moves the ball down the field once again. He's tackled this time at the 33 by Sean Summers. Looked like for a moment he was going to go once again 80 yards.
Well, they're getting outside, and I think that both teams were so intent on stopping the run in between the tackles and in between the ends that both teams are finding a little success to the outside, and that's only natural that coaching staffs up above us are starting to pick up what both defenses are trying to stop and just trying to go with what the defense is giving them on that particular play. Central did a great job getting 2 blockers out in front of their tailback.
1st and 10 Central at the 33-yard line. Heldon will pitch once again to his tailback. This time he's going to be dropped for a big loss. Back at the 30-yard line, no place to go this time. Oak Ridge all over him. It'll be a loss of about 4, and it'll be for the Bobcats. Davenport losing, as I mentioned, 4 yards. Turner on the stop. It'll be 2nd down, 14 yards to go. Friendly also there for the stop. So Wildcats have some walking wounded out there. Lots of hard hitting in this ball game, on both sides of the ball. Up to the line will come Central. They'll send, let's see, wide to the left side, Ricky Kirkland, along with number 42, Cortland Stiles. From the eye, 2nd down, 14. From the Central 30-yard line, Todd Heldon drops back to pass. Has little time, in trouble. Now tries to make time, gets away from one man, gets away at the 15. Now will go across the way. Pass is going to be caught by Stiles at the 40-yard line. Great effort once again by Todd Heldon. It's short of a 1st down by 4. It's just an eternity for Todd Heldon. He just kept eluding one man after another, retreated all the way back to his own 10-yard line and picks up good yardage. It's 3rd and 4.
Well, you know, the thing Oak Ridge is doing, David, is those big old linemen, you know, Helton, he doesn't make any fast moves, but he makes real quick moves. And when he makes you leave your feet, if you're a big lineman, you're not going to be able to get back up and get to him, and that really takes it out of that lineman, too, on his win.
Big defensive play here for Oak Ridge. 3rd down, 4 at the 40-yard line of Central. Heldon drops back to pass. He sets it out. Here's the pass complete. 1st down, big yardage across the 45 to the 50-yard line. Martenzi drags him out of bounds at the 46. 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Bobcats. 7:44 to go in the ball game.
Nobody on him, David. He came out of the backfield without anybody out there. They sent the wide receivers down the field, and they took the defensive backs with them. Real good execution by Central.
So the Wildcats did not eliminate their responsibility. Whoever's responsibility to pick up the man out of the backfield did not do so. It'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go, 7:44 to go in the game. We're tied at 28. Line of scrimmage will be the Oak Ridge 43-yard line. They'll come with a double wing set, wide receivers left and right. Single running back, Helton from the Oak Ridge 43. Drops back to pass, has time. Once again, it breaks down. He'll fire the pass. It's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Once again, off the intended receiver's fingertips, Justin Cox. Helton took a shot. He's okay. A big, strong kid. That'll be for the Bobcats. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Oak Ridge shuttling defensive ends, David. This time Miller and Ammons in there replacing Wright and McDonald. A lot of winded players, as you say, on both teams out there right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 43-yard line. 28-28 our score. 7:38 to go here in the ball game. The winner will advance to the state championship game next Saturday. Stiles and Kirkland wide to the right. Davenport's the tailback. The fullback is Fugit. It'll be 2nd and 10. Helton from the 43-yard line drops back to pass. Has some time. Here's the pass. The pass is deflected, incomplete. Deflected by the Wildcats, intended for Stiles, deflected at the last moment by Oak Ridge's Martenze Richmond, and Helton once again takes the shot, and he, recovering from this one, he's okay once again. 3rd down and 10. He is so tough and so cool back there.
Yeah, he is, David. And I tell you, Martenze, they use that go after the ball at its highest point, and I think that time maybe should have went up a little bit sooner because that ball almost tipped back off, similar to the Oakland game, first game this year when Oak Ridge tipped the ball and the receiver caught it for a big play.
One thing about this drive, it hasn't taken a lot of time off the clock. Incomplete passes here. 3rd down and 10, 7:33 to go. They'll come to the line, 2 men wide to left. Helton from the I formation, and he drops back to pass. At the 50-yard line, here's the pass. The pass is incomplete. It's 4th down facing Central, so 3 consecutive incomplete passes, and that one was thrown on a line. It'll be 4th down, 10, and Central will punt the ball away to Oak Ridge. Dropping back for the Wildcats will drop Curtis Booker. He had a little trouble the last time he tried to field one and made a fair catch, and I'm surprised that Antoine's not back there.
Well, I think they may be wanting to save him a little bit, David, but the thing that's hard is Central does the same thing Oak Ridge does. They don't have that great punter, but what they try to do is kick it 30, 35 yards and make it a tough decision to return it or not.
4th and 10, low snap, no pressure. Here's the kick. End over end kick, excellent kick. Will be fielded by Oak Ridge's Booker dangerously at the 20-yard line. It'll be Oak Ridge first down, 10 yards to go. Kind of like Dale Carter's done a few times this year, running up and fumbling it. This time, Curtis is able to use those great hands of his. We've already seen one great catch out of him tonight, and Oak Ridge has 80 yards to drive to take the lead. 7:19 to go in the game, 28-28 the score. Key here in this part of the field is the tomahawk chops once again. No turnovers.
No turnovers, and again, it is pretty slippery down on this side of the field, David.
Oak Ridge to the line. Curtis Booker will drift off. Let's see, wide to the right. Booker wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the eye. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge at the 20-yard line. Underwood under center, hands it to his fullback. That'll be friendly. He carries for 3 yards maybe. It'll be 2nd down, 7 yards to go. 6:58 to go in the ball game, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. Malcolm Henderson comes into the game. The Wildcats would like to have a long 6-minute drive and put it into the end zone, but they also have to pick up a few first downs along the way.
Oh, exactly right. And David, the clock is moving. For a minute there, I thought it was stopped. It is moving. 6:44 and counting. Oak Ridge and Central tied, 28-28.
2nd down, 7. Underwood from the 23-yard line, I formation. He'll hand it off to Sean Summers. Sean Summers breaks to the outside, gets on his feet to the 30-yard line, to the 33. First down, 10 yards to go. And big Richard Howard just knocked one of the Central Bobcats down. Richard was very close to picking up a penalty right there. Just not a good play by the senior, the future University of Tennessee football player, and no flag. It'll be first down, Oak Ridge.
I think you really can't tell from here, but I don't think much was going on out there between the two. I don't think anybody's going to say anything to Richard, and Richard's just not the type to react if somebody did. He's just pretty mild-mannered young man.
From the 34-yard line, 6:23 to go in the ball game. 28-28 our score. Antoine Thrift and Curtis Booker wide to the left side. I formation, Oak Ridge once again. And Sean Summers gets the call. He's outside to the 40-yard line, to the 45, up to the 47. Another Oak Ridge first down. The Wildcats using the ground game, led by senior All-American Sean Summers. And one of the Bobcats is injured. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds. I'll do it with you. Bring it back. And we're back here at Central High School. 6:07 to go in the ball game. 28-28 our score. Oak Ridge 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Sean Summers barrels his way across the 50-yard line down to the 49. 5:56 to go. Sean Summers with over 100 yards here in the second half, giving him a little over 150 for the ball game. And he, of course, has 3 touchdowns to his credit. And it'll be with 5:43 to go. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. The ball exactly at midfield. It'll be Booker drifting off wide to the left. Antoine Thrift wide to the right. Oak Ridge methodically moving down the field. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. From the eye once again. Underwood under center will pitch to Sean Summers. Or no, before that, a flag goes down. Play is stopped.
It's hard to tell, David. The Central people were jumping, but I don't think they broke the plane, and Oak Ridge was pulling a guard, so we'll just have to see what they call.
It's going to be a legal procedure against Oak Ridge, a 5-yard step off. It'll be now 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. 5:24 to go. The ball's moved back into Oak Ridge territory at the 45-yard line. It'll be Booker and Henderson coming back into the game, bringing the play from Joe Gaddis, the head coach of the Wildcats. As I mentioned, in his 4th season, the Wildcats 12-1 coming into this game. Central 12-1 as well. 28-28 our score. 5:15 to go in the ball game. Oak Ridge with the ball. 2nd down, 12 yards to go at their own 45. And Mike Underwood will pass. It's complete to Curtis Booker at the 50. Stiff arms 45. Barrels his way to the 43-yard line. Shy of a first down by about a yard. Good stiff arm by Curtis Booker. We saw that in an earlier game, I believe.
Well, and they really know how to use it, too. And I think they're complaining about a late hit out of bounds. And Underwood coming over there to say something. He doesn't need to be saying nothing to the officials over there. They realize what's going on. I think you've got emotions that high. And, again, when Booker breaks that tackle, the guy's probably left his feet. And once you've done that, it's hard to come off of that, when it happens right in front of the Oak Ridge bench. That makes it tough. But, I don't think that guy meant any ill will. With the athleticism that Booker has, he might have been able to step back toward the inbounds and make a play there. It's just like we saw Helton get hit late on an option.
I'm trying to think of another ball game that we've done that's been more exciting than this in the last few years. This one's just great. 28-28 our score.
The only one that's coming close is Oak Ridge picks up the first down, David. I think of the Cleveland game, I guess, back Coach Gaddis' first year, the Farragut game, the Gallatin game for atmosphere, last year's Lincoln County game for atmosphere. But this is just outstanding. This one right now appears headed to be better than all of those.
First down, 10 yards to go in Central territory now at the 43-yard line. Curtis Booker wide to the right. Henderson wide to the left. Single running back Sean Summers. Once again, the slot man is Antoine Thrift. Mike Underwood under center, 1st and 10. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the ball game. The pitch to Sean Summers. Big block up the middle, 40. On his way to the 35-yard line. Tackled at the 33. Close to another Oak Ridge first down. Sean Summers picking and choosing his way. And Todd Helton slow to get up once again. And he's okay. It'll be a first down for Oak Ridge. 4 minutes, 57 seconds to go. Just like we talked about, Oak Ridge needs a long, methodical drive, and so far they've done just that. Another first down, and a timeout will be called by Central. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds. Oak Ridge has the ball at the Central 33-yard line. The Wildcats have ticked off some time off the clock. They'll come to the line. Another first down. Sean Summers is carried for 124 yards here in the half. 7 first down carries for the senior All-American tailback. Summers gets the call this time, and he won't go anyplace. He's buried at the 33-yard line. 2nd down, 10.
They're really just gearing up to stop him on the sweep, David, and that time Oak Ridge ran into the strength of the Central defense. The problem that Central's having is they are, I believe, doing a little bit of guessing out there, and while it's working for them some, when it doesn't work for them, Oak Ridge has made them pay for it. This time, the Wildcats look like they are coming back with the 3 wide out set again.
They're taking a lot of time here. 4:27 to go, 28-28 the score. 2nd down, 10 yards to go from the 33-yard line. Single running back once again. Big line. Underwood will pass. Has time. Here's the pass. Is caught by Booker at the 30-yard line. Almost breaks the tackle. And let's see. Did they call the flag, though?
Yeah, they did. He threw it down. And I believe that should give Oak Ridge a first down.
That will be the case. So Oak Ridge will get the first down on the face mask by Central. Tough call. It'll be Oak Ridge moving the ball inside the 30 with a pass to Curtis Booker. Booker has been the workhorse in this ball game at wide receiver. I may be using Antoine. Well, go ahead.
Well, what I was thinking is that they put their fastest person on Antoine, and really Booker's got most of the work because he may be getting a little bit of an extra cushion off of the guy that may not be quite as fast as Booker.
They'll move the ball all the way down to the Central 15-yard line. 4:12 to go, first down, 10 yards to go. So Oak Ridge, although it didn't take a lot of time off the clock here, the Wildcats have the ball at the 15-yard line.
That may be the biggest point so far, David. Oak Ridge not taking the time off the clock with the timeout by Central and the penalties.
Underwood under center from the eye, wide receivers left and right. First down, 10 yards to go. Handoff, Sean Summers, 10. Outside, he has a man in front. He will score! Touchdown, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats take the lead here with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the ball game here at Central High School, and the Wildcats up their lead now to 34-28, and the Wildcats will go for the extra point. And once again, it's on that end of the field where Huber missed his only kick of the season, and he'll go for the extra point. The Wildcats lead now 34-28, but still a lot of time for Todd Helton and that great offense to get down the field. And here's the big kick about to be attempted. So Sean Summers, another touchdown in the ball game. He already has the record for a single season. That was his 25th of the year. As Huber will attempt the extra point. It'll be Mike Underwood to hold. And the ball is down. Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. The Wildcats lead 35-28. 3:54 to go in the ball game. Let's keep it right here, Jim. The Wildcats lead and are 3 minutes, 54 seconds away from the state championship. It's going to be up to the defense here.
Well, that's the way we figured this game was going to come down. And again, David, I feel like if they can keep Helton in the pocket and keep him in there, that could be a key for him. He is such a competitor. It'll be interesting to see how Central tries to move down the field, because given these two teams the way they can move, if Central moves down and scores in a minute or 2 minutes, that gives Oak Ridge 2 to 2.5 minutes left. So it'll be very interesting. A lot will depend on the field position, and again, be interesting to see if Coach Gaddis decides to kick the ball deep. try to pin Central down or kick it straight up in the air and hope to get good coverage.
But the key here is, I believe, that they haven't really been able to get the good, consistent ground game, so that will be the one that takes the thing off the clock.
They've had the bigger plays in the second half that have kept them in the ball game. The big plays by Helton and the big run, I believe, by Davenport, where Oak Ridge has had more sustained offense. So, you know, they've lived by the big play. Central may need to call on one to get back in this game.
Brian Seals to kick off the Eddie Hare Firestone kickoff. And here's the kick, Brian Seals, 35-28 our score, Oak Ridge. Here's the long driving kick, will be fielded by Central at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he might go all the way. Antoine Thrift to beat, he's at the 45-yard line. He's tackled at that point. They'll have great field position at the 40, and great kickoff return by Ricky Kirkland, and it'll be first down and 10 yards to go for Central at the Oak Ridge 39, 3:46 to go in the ball game.
Again, David, tough on the coverage that time. The ball just didn't stay up in the air for Seals. It got down there kind of on a line drive, and that, I think, allowed Kirkland to get the momentum he needed.
35-28 our score. The ball's to the Oak Ridge 40. 2 men wide to the left side for Central. They'll come from the I. Todd Helton at the 40-yard line. He'll roll left, hand it off to his tailback, who's hit by Oak Ridge. Sean Summers on the stop. It'll be Anthony Davenport carrying for about 4 yards. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go. 35-28 the score. The ball's at the Oak Ridge 37-yard line. Second down and 7 yards to go. Nobody sitting at all here at the Central High School. Most of the people on their feet, and people all around this great field here. Second down, 7 yards to go. Helton comes up, single running back. Wing in the left, 2 receivers to the left as well. Helton wants to pass. In trouble, now will run, and now eludes the worst first wave. Looks for somebody. Here's the long pass down the field. The man is there. The pass is going to be cut, I think, at the 4-yard line. Another long play, and Central within the 5-yard line. Another long pass, and they have it first and goal at the 3-yard line.
Timeout on the field. There's a player down. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
35-28 the score. Oak Ridge on top. First down, goal to go Central. Davenport gets the call. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. It'll be Jeff Bryant on the stop. Who? Number 32 on the carry. That'll be Kirkland once again. It'll be really no gain at all on the play. It'll be second down, goal to go. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. 35-28 the score. Up to the line once again will come the Central Bobcats. They'll send wide receiver to the right side, as well as Kirkland, along with the new fullback in the game. Second down, goal to go at the 3. Handoff, no, Helton will run. He'll try to get into the end zone. He will score! Touchdown, Central. So Todd Helton on the keeper, and the game is to within an extra point or a 2-point conversion from either a tie or a go-ahead lead for the Central Bobcats. They'll line it up here, 2:28 to go. You're right, they scored early. They'll go for the extra point, it appears, to try to tie the ball game and either hope the Wildcats don't score or send it into overtime. 2:28 to go. And it'll be them, the Bobcats, going for the extra point. Big extra point attempt. Ball is down. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. But time on the field, our score. 2:28 to go in the ball game. We're all tied at 35. And we'll be back to Central High School in 30 seconds. Line drive kick. Sean will field it at the 5. Plenty of running room. 15 to the 20-yard line. Makes a move to the 25 and is tackled shy of the 25 by the Bobcats. Be a long drive with little time. 2:22 to go. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go, and the Oak Ridge offense will come onto the field.
Oak Ridge, David, has plenty of time to get out there. The clock's going to get ready to go, however, so now the ball's being knocked around a little bit. Maybe that'll save some time for him, but this thing's getting ready to go. Oak Ridge up to the line quickly.
Stratford on top of Gallatin, 19-14 at the half. Oak Ridge first and 10. 2:15 to go in the game. 2 men wide to the left. Oak Ridge from the I. The pitch to Sean Summers. Makes a cut at the 25-yard line. Tackled at the 26. Received a block from Cobb on the carry. It'll be for Oak Ridge. Second down, 7 yards to go. 2 minutes exactly to go in the ball game. Underwood waits from the play. It's sent in through wideout Curtis Booker. 35-35 our score. The winner will play for the state championship on Saturday. Oak Ridge with the ball. Second down, 7 yards to go. The ball's resting at their own 27-yard line.
Got a mismatch over here, David, if they'll get the playoff.
Underwood under center, wants to pass, looks down the field. He'll go long with a pass to Curtis Booker. The pass is going to be caught by Oak Ridge at the 41-yard line. It'll be an Oak Ridge first down at the 41. Beautiful over-the-shoulder catch by Curtis Booker, who by far is having his best ball game of the season. And defending once again was number 9, Justin Cox. 1 minute, 33 seconds to go. The ball's at the central 41-yard line. Oak Ridge to the line. Antoine Thrift wide to the right. Wide to the left will come Malcolm Henderson. Now an official timeout. Sean has got to be exhausted here as I look down on the field. The Wildcats and Bobcats, 35-35 the score. 1:33 to go in the ball game. And Booker has 6 catches for 108 yards. A great effort for him, the senior, trying to not close out his career here. A nice over-the-shoulder catch. Good coverage, though, by Cox. A well-thrown pass by Mike Underwood as Thrift drifts off wide to the right. First down 10, Oak Ridge at the central 43-yard line. Oak Ridge from the eye. Underwood hands it off. Sean Summers, 40, breaks to the outside 35-yard line, is tackled at the 34. One really move away from going the entire distance here. 1:21 to go. Oak Ridge has the ball at the 34. 1:18 to go, and I'm excited, I guess you can tell.
No kidding, David. Who wouldn't be right now? And that time, too, Oak Ridge had a chance to break one, but if he would have went all the way, that would have gave Central about a minute left, David. And we all know that this game is really going to go down to the last possession.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Underwood will pass, has some time. Will go long to Curtis Booker in the end zone. The man is there, but it's going to be intercepted by Central in the end zone. And with 53 seconds to go, Central has that amount of time to come down the field and score. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. Under a minute to go. It was a well-thrown pass, just good coverage, and once again, Central with an opportunity.
David, he threw it a little bit to the middle of the field. He needed to get that one to the outside, just like he had done the previous time. Thrift had broken free, I believe, down the middle of the field, and Mike hung it up there a little bit. I'm just surprised they went for it right there, David, when they had so much success doing other things. Now, this has got to pose a problem because Todd Helton is all kinds of time for him right here.
53 seconds to go in the game. 35-35 the score. Helton brings his team up. They'll send 2 men wide to the left, a wing left as well. They'll come with a single running back. Here's a little screen pass to give him a lot of room. Booker makes the tackle, pushes him out of bounds, close to a first down at the 29-yard line. Only 6 seconds off the clock. 47 seconds. The line of scrimmage will be, let's see, the 27. It'll be second down, 2 yards to go. 35-35 our score. 47 seconds to go in regulation here in this semifinal round ball game here at Central High School. Up to the line of scrimmage will come the Bobcats. 2 men wide to the right. Oak Ridge, single running back for the Bobcats. Second down, 3. And Helton will drop back to pass. Pass is complete to Kirkland. Makes the move at the 30 and gets a good block and turns it upfield at the 45-yard line, giving a lot of ground out there in the secondary. And we're at 1 man to beat. And now with 35 seconds to go, it'll be Central. First down, 10 yards to go. The line of scrimmage will be the Central 46-yard line. 35 seconds to go. 35-35 our score.
Well, I'm surprised, David. Oak Ridge is a little bit soft there on those plays out into the flat. Of course, they're trying to prevent the big play, but Central being able to pick up big yardage on the last 2 plays like that. And now we've got a player down. And David, that's he was up and around, and I guess he's got a cramp, and that's going to allow Central to have a chance to converse. And they're doing just that from the sideline. Helton staying well away from his coach. He's not allowed to go over there during an injury situation.
And our score here is 35-35. The ball's resting at the 43-yard line as the injured player being attended to. What a great ball game. The Wildcats had the ball inside around the 35-yard line. They went for a long pass. It was intercepted in the end zone, but really didn't surprise me that much. This is the way this whole ball game has gone. Neither team wanting to give an inch here as Ricky Kirkland, the injured Bobcat, will now come out of the contest. Back into the game will come Jimmy Fugit. And Central with Todd Helton on their side. He's an excellent player. We've seen the big play all night from him.
Oh, definitely. And he's waiting for Kirkland, I guess, to get off the field so he can try to make another big one happen here. Central still trying to win this thing. 35 seconds to go. Score tied 35-35 here at Central High School.
Single running back, that's Eric Stone at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Bobcats, 35 seconds to go. Helton drops back to pass. Here's Dennis Friendly, flags are down, and a sack back at the 37-yard line. Had to be holding. Clock is stopped now, 30 seconds to go. We'll just have to check the call. Big sack, and once again, Chris Turner, he's been on the field all night. And one of the few times that Helton, it's going to be holding indeed against the Bobcats. We're down to 30 seconds.
I think Oak Ridge would probably take the play, I would think. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. How could that play only take 5 seconds? Because he was back there scrambling around a little bit, but indeed that is the case. So the clock will start right now as Kirkland comes back into the ball game.
27 seconds to go. It's now 2nd down, 25 yards to go. We're at the 20-second mark, and now Todd Helton wants a timeout. So Central takes a timeout. Let's take one ourselves. 35-35 our score. We'll be back to Central in 30 seconds. Not a whole lot of yardage for Todd Helton as he brings his team up, this time from the I, 2 men wide to the left side. 22 seconds to go, 35-35 our score. They might be content to go into overtime here, but I don't think so. As Helton drops back to pass, pumps once, goes down the field long. The man is there. The pass is going to be incomplete. Should have been a touchdown. It was right in his hands. It'll be 5 seconds more off the clock. We're down to 15. That was 6 if he had held on to the ball. And I know the most disappointed man in the field right in the stadium right now is the intended receiver, because that one was right on the numbers. Last overtime game played by Oak Ridge was in 1988. Coach Gaddis's first ball game, a victory over Farragut. 15 seconds to go. 3rd down, 20 yards to go. Helton with the ball. He'll come to the line, which is the 37-yard line. What a beautifully thrown pass that time, though. Just incomplete.
Well, Oak Ridge is playing back pretty soft, David, not really getting a lot of pressure. Central able to keep 6 linemen in there. If Oak Ridge doesn't send a linebacker, that gives Helton even more time to throw.
3rd down, 20 yards to go, 15 seconds to go from the 37. Helton drops back to pass. Here's his pass. The pass is deflected, incomplete. 10 seconds to go. Now it's 4th down and 20 yards to go. So right here, do you run backwards with the ball for about 10 seconds or what?
I don't know, David. I don't think so, because if he was to slip and fall and Oak Ridge get a quick timeout, they may have a field goal opportunity. I think, 2 things here. If you're Oak Ridge and they line up to punt it, you got to go for the block here. You got to go and try to take it right here. And we're going to have another timeout by Central. Let's take one ourselves. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Returnable. And it'll be a fair catch made by Sean Summers. 3 seconds to go. So the Wildcats with an opportunity for one play here. And they'll have it. Or, yes, a timeout is asked for now by Oak Ridge. The ball's at the 29-yard line. I think that will be their final timeout, perhaps. 3 seconds to go. One play. You've got the wide receivers to do it. The Wildcats and Bobcats, 35-35 the score. What can you say? I'm so tense in this ball game, just like everybody. People have been standing for the last 15 or so minutes just watching 2 great teams play each other here in the semifinals.
Well, and it has been a great ball game, David, and we still got a lot of ball game left. We'll remind folks, if Oak Ridge or Central is not able to get anything going in this next 3 seconds, there will be an overtime period. I believe there'll be a coin toss, and each team will get 4 plays from the 10 to try to pick up a score. Any score will do, and extra point, there is a 2-point potential. The last overtime game Oak Ridge had, Coach Gaddis's first game, they went for 2, went for the win in their opening game against Farragut in Gaddis's first year. Now you see just the standard lineup for Oak Ridge, however, as Central drops 3 people way back.
It'll be 3 seconds to go. Mike Underwood will hand it off to Sean Summers. Summers tries to bust it, and he might. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. Makes a move at the 45. He's tackled at that point. It'll be overtime here at Central High School as the game, the regulation part of this game has come to a close, and we're tied at 35. And could we have expected anything else? Just a great ball game. And as you said, we'll have a overtime period. Each team will get the ball at the 10-yard line and have 4 plays to put it in. And we'll just have to see what happens here. We might see one of the highest scoring games ever. We'll just have to check. See what happens. The Wildcats and Bobcats, timeout is asked for. They'll have a toss of the coin at the 50-yard line. We're going to take another break here. Oak Ridge and Central, 35-35. The winner will play for the state championship on Saturday. Oak Ridge and the Bobcats. And we'll be back. Let's send it back to Mike McNeely. We'll be back to Central High School in 60 seconds. Mike McNeely, our engineer, back at the station. Andy Hickey, Mark Hayes, along with Brad and Christy Linderman. David Clary, along with Jim Vines. Our score here going into the overtime period, 35-35. Each team will get the ball at the 10-yard line and have 4 plays to get it in.
And again, David, if you have a turnover during those 4 plays, your 4 plays cease to exist right then. And if the turnover, somebody fumbles.
Each other for the last couple of years. Underwood is the starting quarterback. Todd Heldon's been the starting quarterback here at Central. This is his 4th year. Started as a 9th grader. Has great statistics. Also a great baseball player. One of the best baseball players I've ever seen in my life. And just a great athlete. The toss of the coin will be made. The referee talking things over. And here's the toss. It's up, and it is, let's see, the Bobcats, I think, winning the toss. And let's see. So Heldon wins the coin toss, and Coach Gaddis making the decision. Mike Underwood looking in for that decision, whether the Wildcats will take the offense first or will they be receiving. It'll be, let's see, the Wildcats getting the ball first, and they'll take it at the 10-yard line. Interesting ceremony there. Overtime period, and you're absolutely right. Central will be on defense first, and I know that's what Coach Gaddis always wanted, if he was in that situation, to be on defense first, because then you know what you have to do.
Well, and then you also have the option in the overtime. It makes Oak Ridge pretty much have to kick the extra point, although, you know, Coach Gaddis may be tempted to go ahead and go for 2. Who knows? We're going to know something in a few minutes, and we're right here on 1290 WATO to bring it all to you, David. This has been a great ball game, and I'm just happy to be here.
The ball's at the 10-yard line. They'll put it down there. Oak Ridge will have 4 plays to get into the end zone, and then Central will have the same 4 plays. 35-35 our score. Oak Ridge up to the line. They'll send Antoine Thrift wide to the right. Wide to the left side will go Curtis Booker. Oak Ridge from the I. Cobb's the fullback. Sean Summers the tailback. Underwood under center. And the pitch will go to Sean Summers. He's hit at the 10-yard line, battles forward to the 6, took a big hit, I think by Billy King perhaps, spun off that tackle and gained about 3 yards on the play.
We were talking up here in the press box that defense was going to be the one to win this one. Somebody was going to have to give somebody else a bad play, and King came very close to doing that for Oak Ridge, but Sean just was going to allow that to happen on that particular play, David.
Second down, 7 yards to go. The Maryland I once again. Oak Ridge to the line, which is the 7-yard line. Underwood under center. And let's see, he'll pitch to Sean Summers, hit at the 10, 5, he will squirt to the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. Sean Summers scores, and Oak Ridge retakes the lead by a score of, let's see, 41-35. And onto the field will come Chris Huber to attempt the extra point. So the Wildcats score on their second play, and they'll go for the extra point. Big extra point about to be attempted by the Wildcats senior place kicker, Chris Huber. Oak Ridge on top, 41-35. We're in overtime. Once again, it'll be Mike Underwood to hold and Huber to attempt. Big extra point here. And let's see. They're on the other side of the field, not the side where we missed the earlier kick. Here's the low snap. Here's the kick. It's up and good. Oak Ridge on top, 42-35. And now Central will have the same opportunity. 4 plays at the 10-yard line. And if they score, will they go for 2? That'll be the question. Let's see what the Wildcat defense can do. Todd Heldon, great quarterback, good offensive team for Central. 42-35 Oak Ridge.
You know, David, we were talking kiddingly a little bit about Helton having the ball back around the 30 where he'd have more room. And really, he has had most of his success with the wide open part of the field. Of course, he ran the touchdown in on the option. So he's so dangerous, more dangerous down here running the football. But let's see, Central comes with 2 wideouts.
And a handoff will go to Davenport. He's hit at the 5-yard line. It'll be second down 5. Almost quick.
Yeah, they went on a quick count, probably went on a first sound, and slow getting up out of the pile. Nobody's moving. Now everybody's moving, and everybody's just waiting until the pile undone itself, so no one would get hurt that way. But they did go on a quick count. Oak Ridge have to be ready for that on the next play.
Second down 5 for the Central Bobcats, just inside the 5. They'll send 2 men wide to the left. From the I, they'll come. Todd Heldon, overtime, hands it off to Davenport. He's hit, will not score. Tackled at the 3. It's third down, 3 yards to go for Central, trailing in overtime here in the semifinals of the TSSAA playoffs, 42-35. Sean Summers on the stop. And let's see, a timeout is asked for by Oak Ridge. Let's keep it right here as the Wildcats call a timeout. Bruce Lucier out to talk with his defensive unit. Great ball game here in the semifinals. The winner will play for the state championship. The Wildcats trying to knock off Central for the second time this season on their home field. It's been a great ball game. We've been talking about this all night. It's really unfortunate that either team can't continue past this ball game because it's just been a fantastic game to watch if you're a fan, if you're a broadcaster. I kind of wish I was sitting down in the stands watching this one instead of having to talk and continually keep my mouth going about this ball game. Third down, 3 yards to go.
Oh, David, it's Helton has been over there talking with the brain trust for the Bobcats, and he just cool as a cucumber walking back, David. You know, got a lot on him right there. They expect a lot out of that young man, and Central's in a tough situation here again because of the lack of space with which to run patterns and throw the football. Does make it a little bit more difficult, but Helton gets rid of the ball pretty quick, and again, it doesn't have any problems with rolling out.
Would you let Helton roll it out and put it in this time?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Third down, 3 yards to go at the 3-yard line, 42-35 Oak Ridge. Helton from the I, wide receivers left and right. Helton will roll this time, and he's in trouble. Here's the pass in the end zone. Touchdown, Central. Once again, Todd Helton threads the needle and hits the wide receiver, number 82. That'll be Bobby Ellison. And 1 extra point away from tying or a 2-point conversion from taking the lead. It'll be Central going for the extra point with Greg Johnson. To hold will be Billy King. 42-41, Oak Ridge on top of Central, and let's see what the Wildcats can do with the kick. Here's a low snap. Here's the kick. It's a block. Oak Ridge is headed to the state championship ball game at Vanderbilt on a blocked extra point. 42-41, and Oak Ridge, pandemonium reigns on the field. The Wildcats are headed to Vanderbilt. A blocked extra point. Oak Ridge celebrating, pandemonium, fans on the field. The block kick, and Central's season will end on their home field, and Oak Ridge will go to Vanderbilt.
And David, just like Coach Gaddis said, you don't want to try to lose a game by trying to win it. You don't want to try to lose a game by trying to win it, by trying to tie it, and that was tough. The snap was low, but I think Oak Ridge came pouring in and probably would have blocked that thing anyway. Just a monstrous play and a great football game.
So Oak Ridge will head to Vanderbilt to play for the state championship. The first person off the field was Todd Helton. He won't even congratulate the Oak Ridge Wildcats. He's off the field and in the locker room. Tough break. He'll lose 4 out of 5 games to Oak Ridge as the starting quarterback for Central. He's the best football player I've ever seen at the high school level, and it's tough for him, but it's great for Oak Ridge and Coach Gaddis. Oak Ridge headed to Vanderbilt to play for the state championship. The blocked extra point, 42-41, the final score in overtime. What a great game.
And we're going to stay here and talk about it for a while. David, I tell you, you just can't describe how great the game was. You hate that it came down to that type of play, but Oak Ridge broke through. The snap was a little tough, but Oak Ridge made the big play. But again, give Central all kinds of credit, David, because they hung tough, came back. Oak Ridge came back. Just a great, great high school football.